Hello friends, it's Katty and Christy and I are back this week with another episode of Obsessed with Katty and Christy. We're still working with the Paige Evans Fancy Free collection, and I just showed you guys, and I also showed it at the beginning, the layout that I'm scrap lifting because Christy and I are scrap lifting each other this week. So Christy's layout was a very beautiful, soft layout. She did some very simple mixed media with, I guess she did like the packaging technique, and it was just very soft and pretty. So for my layout, I am doing, I'm pretty much sticking to her her design, but I'm just kind of doing a little bit more mixed media than she did, just adding more colors and more things. So it definitely turned out fun. So this paper back here, which is one of the ones we're working with, I'm going to use as a border around some white cardstock. And I have to lift this up a few times here because I couldn't get it quite straight. So you're going to watch me lift this a couple times here. So these are the three papers we're working with this week. We are working with this small floral. We're working with that sort of chevron, herringbone type of paper, which is really pretty. It's like a taupe color. And then the other paper with the design on it to the left there, which is the one I think that she had the issue with the copyright with the artist. But it's a beautiful piece of paper, and I love it. It's super pretty. So here I go for like the fourth time trying to get this straight, and I think this is when I finally get it straight. Or I think I just said, you know what, if it's not straight, it's staying that way because I'm not lifting it up again. So here I am lifting it up yet again so that I could ink the edges of that white piece of cardstock, and I'm using Tim Holtz Distress ink in cracked pistachio. This is one of my favorite colors from Tim Holtz. So I'm using that, and I'm just going around all of the edges just to make it a little bit more cohesive and go with the colors, because that color does match the colors in the collection very closely, or in these papers at least. So I did that. So Christy does have some layers of paper off to the left. She has, I believe it's 3 strips of paper, which I will use. And then she did some very simple, very pretty, soft mixed media. I'm going to go a little bit more dramatic, I guess. Yeah, I kind of went a bit overboard, but it's okay. I like how it turned out in the end. So I'm using first the Heidi Swapp Color Shine in the yellow, which is the butter color. And I'm doing some packaging technique, and I will also do some splatters, because I wanted the effect of both the packaging technique and the splatters, because I think that always adds a lot of fun. And then I'm going in with another Heidi Swapp Color Shine. This one is pink. So these are all Heidi Swapp Color Shines. So butter, pink, then I'm going to use salmon, which is the one I used right now. I'm grabbing that one now. And the last one is the mint color. So those are the 4 colors I'm going to use for this. So yeah, in the end, it's just a lot of fun. It's a really simple way to create a fun dramatic background. So just adding colors to it, and then you can always just add colors until you're happy with it. I just kept on adding here and adding until I was happy. I will go off camera and I will kind of finish it off, and I will add some black splatters as well. So there it is. That's what it looks like. I'm going to come in a little bit later with some white splatters, so you'll see me do that. I think I do that on camera. So I'm going to work on the left side of my page now. I decided to use 2 strips of that taupe paper and then a strip of this beautiful paper on the left to create the strips of paper that Christy did in her layout. And I'm using a photo of my niece, my little niece. This was taken recently at my nephew's birthday party. We were at a park. And she was just walking around. I was kind of walking around with her, and she was just exploring the park and exploring, you know, everything around her. So she was just having a good old time. And it was a lot of fun to hang out with her and then just kind of follow her on her little adventures. She took me into the bounce house a couple times, so I had to jump in the bounce house and go down the slide and do all that. So it was fun. She had this bat with her, which she would not let go of. Or was that the bat? I think that was, I don't even know what that was. But she kept on taking the ball from the big kids because they were playing soccer. She kept on taking the ball from them, and she would hit it with a bat, and she was just having the time of her life. So it was a lot of fun. So I'm just doing a matte, a very simple matte here on my photo. I matted my photo on black, and then I did a matte of that pretty paper, I don't even know what to call it, but the color swirls. Not the floral, not the chevron, the other one. I did a matte of that one, and then I matted that on black as well. So then I thought I needed a few more, a little bit more ink here, which I'm actually not even going to need ink there because that's going to get covered, but I didn't realize that Christy had kind of added something else there, so I will have to add something there as well, and then that's going to get covered, but oh well. So here's something that I did different, which I don't think I've ever done before. Those yellow splatters, I'm going to take the splatters, and I made them a little bit bigger, the yellow ones, in certain places, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little flower from the yellow ink splatters. So I originally thought I was going to use ink, the mist, to create my little, I guess, petals, but as you can see, it kind of just dripped, and it just mixed with the yellow, and it just wasn't very pretty. So I thought about using watercolors, but I decided against it, and I decided to go with good old acrylic paint. Now this is inexpensive acrylic paint. This is by Apple Barrel. I got this, I believe, at Walmart, and this color is called Tropic Orange. So it's like an orange, yeah, Tropic Orange. It's like an orange coral color, so it's really pretty. So I'm just going around with a paintbrush around the yellow dots and just creating sort of like little flower petals. Just something very simple, and just something to add a little bit more interest to the layout. And I'm only going to do that in a few places. I'm not going to do that a lot. I'm just going to do, I think I do probably 5 or 6 of those on the page, on that side of the page. And that's just to bring in more of that floral element, because there's a lot of floral with that background paper, and then I'm going to have some other floral elements on the layout as well. So I really like how that turned out. It turned out really, really cute. It dried pretty fast because it's acrylic paint, so it really didn't need a lot of drying time, so I was able to get back to my layout right away. So I really like that. So I decided my photo is going to go about there, and it's I'm kind of trying to follow what Christy did, so that's what I'm going for here. And then she had some type of a frame off to the right of the photo, so I decided to take this frame. This is from the wood veneer pack from the collection, and I'm going to use that frame. I'm also using these puffy stickers, and I'm going to use Most Favorite. That's going to be my title. So I do put it like that, but I will end up moving both to the bottom, so the most and the favorite, and I think I moved the photo up a bit to then have my title below. So I'm going to back that frame with a piece of that paper, of that taupe herringbone paper. Or I don't even know, is that even herringbone? I don't know if that's just a chevron. I'm not sure, but it's something real pretty. So I thought about using that inside the frame, but I went with this ephemera piece, which says Just Be You. It's from the ephemera pack. And I'm going to back the whole thing on black because I just wanted it to pop a little bit more. So I matte the whole frame on black, and that really makes it pop. I did add 2 floral pieces from the chipboard pack. They're off to the left of the photo, which I just layered one on top of the other, and then you can see there that I moved my title down to the bottom of the layout. So one thing I will do off camera is I will do some faux stitching around the whole white area of the layout, because Christy does do stitching on her layout, and I'm not good with my machine, so I did some faux stitching with a black Sharpie pen. So that's pretty much it for my layout. Make sure you guys go and check out Christy's video. I'm going to have a link to her channel below so you guys can check her out. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Christy's channel if you want to see more of our series. We have a video up every 2 weeks. We only have a couple more, or one more left with this collection, I think. So it's going to be fun. It's been a blast. We both love this collection, so we've had a lot of fun working with it. I'm going to mess around here with a couple buttons from the collection, but I'm going to end up not using them. I just left it how it was. I think it was busy enough as it is, and I was happy with it like that, so I decided not to go too crazy with the embellishments. So here I go, adding some of that white ink splatters, and this is white linen from Dilutions. And I'm just going to go in, and I kind of thought about doing it to kind of soften it up a bit because I thought it was a bit much. but I really like the way it turned out. It didn't really soften it up, but I really liked the look that it gave to the mixed media work back there. So that was definitely something fun that I added, I think. So that's it. Here are some close-up shots. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Make sure you check out Christy's video, and we'll be back in 2 weeks with another video for our series. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye!